Oh Lord, look at all this raw. Look at all these bras. Look at all these cars. Oh Lord, look at all these bands. Look at all these hands. Look at all these grams. Oh Lord, y'all niggas ain't gang. Free game, we the wave gang. Watch these niggas say the same thing. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Young and finesse in the street, ayy. Dropping the top for the week, ayy. All of my niggas is glees, ayy. Don't get shot over a tweet, ayy. We pull up on you in the newest Beamer. Got the rollie on with the low Adidas. Inside the coupe made a flying lemur. Chewing through the streets like a fucking beaver. Oh Lord, ayy. How they gon' catch that man, ayy? How they gon' press that man, ayy? How they gon' stress that man, ayy? I be whipping through the chicken, trying to count a million up with the bucks. Your main bitch wanna give me guts. Headshots will fuck your stomach up. You niggas be biting the wave. Tiptoeing all over the page. All of you niggas is lames. Your homies be wearing your chains. Bird niggas be popping shit. Whole team be counterfeit. Bullets fly through your double knit. Free game, whole lot of gang shit. Oh Lord, look at all this raw. Look at all these bras. Look at all these cars. Oh Lord, look at all these bands. Look at all these hands. Look at all these grams. Oh Lord, y'all niggas ain't gang. Free game, we the wave gang. Watch these niggas say the same thing. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Hey, I might just pour up a pint. Hey, mixing the dirty with Sprite. Hey, flexing with all of my mic. Hey, bitches be all on my pipe. Hey, started with an ounce of that blow. We bust it down, then we watch it float. The wrist move and the paddle stroke. Fiends in line for that antidote. Oh Lord. That Millie rock on any block. Let the take of the semi pop. Cop get us, still never got. Pull up in another drop. Peel the top off another op. Pull a stash out another sock. Squeeze a rock out another pot. Trap guard. Hey, hit these niggas with the wave pack. One hit, lean them way back. The stogie make your whole face crack. Got niggas seeing tools. Pussy is all in my view. The money be changing my mood. All of you niggas is fool. Straight the fuck up, man. You heard? 1-5 beats the pop. Lamborghini Tsunami Turnpike.
What's up? This is your girl, Miss Miami, and you are tuned in to Big Booty Problems. Y'all miss me? Y'all miss me, huh? Y'all miss all this music and all this good ish we be talking about, because I know y'all do, because y'all be sending me messages or whatever. Thank you for the interactions. Thank you for the views. We are also live on my Instagram. So, make sure you all go and follow me at Miss Miami TV if you want to see some of these lives. And the visuals will also be on my YouTube. So, y'all be patient, because I've been cooking up something good. And we got a great little indie artist in here. Well, he ain't little, because he fully grown. He fully grown today.
Yeah.
And we got Mr. Lamborghini Law. Y'all just heard the song. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we here.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Where you from?
I'm from Miami, man. Born and raised.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
I mean, the sound of the song we just heard, it's a little... It don't sound like no typical Miami song, though.
I know. It's like, in this time, it's like you got to be versatile, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so many different sounds coming out, and it's so quick when it comes out. It's like you got to keep up with the wave. If you don't, you're going to get drowned.
Definitely a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But I'm feeling it. I heard about 4 or 5 of your songs, and yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. I wish we had your other friend who was here, but we're going to be patient with him.
Yeah.
And we have a good show for you all today. So hopefully you all are already tuned in, following, and downloading these episodes on SoundCloud and iTunes. But if you're not, just go to my website, MissMiamiTV.com, and you're going to see it. And go to, shout out your Instagram. What could they follow you, Mr. Versatile?
You can follow me on Facebook, Lamborghini Law, you know what I'm saying? LAMBORGHINI Law, as in, like the police, but it's like my real last name, Law, LAW. You can find me on Instagram at Mike Fly Son, like Mike Tyson, but it's Mike Fly Son, because I be on my fly shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just a little different, that ain't nobody
these
talk,
rappers.
but it's all good.
Oh, these rappers, y'all is just so wavy.
Gotta be.
I see, huh? Anyway, had a great week, great weekend, you know what I'm saying? It was a bit interesting, you know what I'm trying to say. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. My mom's birthday was on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my mom.
Shout out to your mama now. Is your mom a supporter of your movement, of what you do?
You ever seen NWA, like Straight Outta Compton? My mama like Dr. Dre mama, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not paying you $1 million yet. You know what I'm saying? But she's supportive though. You know what I'm saying? She coming on along.
Right.
She saw me on 103.5 The Beat, then she became a believer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I go with the parents.
People gotta see to believe sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. And so what is it that she wants you to do? What does she rather you do right now?
My mama really want me to be a square. You know what I'm saying? She want me to buy into a system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
9 to 5, get you some good, your good benefits. You know, we black people always say that good benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just be regular. You
and
know
be
what I'm
regular. Right.
I don't want to be a robot. I ain't trying to get up to no alarm clock every day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For 30 years.
And they okay with it. You know what? We are in. I'm glad you said that. I do believe that we are. There's like a disconnect between the older generation and the younger ones, because we're pretty much saying like we not trying to do that, and there's other ways out here to do it, but because you only know this one way. And even with them, I do feel like in some ways it may be a brainwashing. At one point, they wasn't hiring us, and then you had to go get an education. Now you're grateful for a job and benefits, but we're not working for benefits.
Yeah, because you got to think about who raised them. You know what I'm saying? The people that raised them was probably born in like 1915, 1920. You know what I'm saying? So they already coming in with that Jim Crow kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I do feel like a lot of times some older people, they do feel like, oh, without education you won't be you won't be nothing. But that was in another generation. We in a certain generation where I hire somebody with the education for real.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, well, shout out to Mama Nim. And yeah, my weekend was okay, after I done checked all my DMs, because my DM be popping. I got 2 pages. I got through one of them, and so many of them was people just reached out to me and, was talking about they the one who told me about the BET documentary. I'm not going to lie. I be all over the place. I had to go and watch it on demand. Did you watch it? It was about...
I saw bits and pieces. Not
it
the
was
full
about,
thing.
Okay, well, BET released a documentary called Killer Curves, Bodies to Die For. And I guess, they had a panel of women who shared their experience of getting illegal butt injections and booty shots, what we call them down here in Miami, And so that's just been the tea on all the social media little platforms. How you feel about women who, alter their body or, let's say get butt shots per se?
I mean, I just feel like it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's just a choice or whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't nothing new. It's been going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we living in the social media time. So you got more or less a timeline now,
Do you think as a man, do you think it's really a concern that women are getting cosmetic surgery, or do you think it's just so many other things to worry about with women? Like her body is almost the last thing.
I mean, I think her body is almost the last thing, but it's a competitive game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women be in competition. Like, they really be getting their bodies done just to be bottle girls. Like,
right.
I mean, you got to have a bigger purpose than just a bottle girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a dancer, I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like football players that use steroids. You trying to pump up so you can pump your bag up. You want to be in more demand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just,
So as long as you got a purpose. So what if the purpose is for some women? Because what if the purpose is just to go after the body she like? I do think a lot of times, I mean, I look at it from this perspective. I don't have any kids yet, but a lot of women, they're used to being mothers and wives and, daughters. And I don't think that there's so many things that they feel like they have for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So when I feel like a woman get her body done, people think it's for a man or they think it's for a certain reason, but that's actually for her. That's the one thing. A dude could leave her, but he can't snatch that surgery he just paid for. You feel me? So I don't know. I sometimes be thinking from that angle, do people think about it like that?
Rarely, you know what I'm saying? Especially not the dudes. We don't look at it from that angle. But I can understand the self-empowerment part behind it because, yeah.
Do dudes feel like girls who got their body done, are they a little more easier to deal with than women who work regular jobs or are traditional, or women who are still average and natural? Are they like more, like desirable, or is it is it just more easier to go after them instead of a woman who got her body done?
I don't think so. I think it's an even playing field. I think so. I don't think it's different.
I think you confident.
Yeah.
So that's I'm talking to somebody who's confident.
Right,
too.
right. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an even playing field. Whether you natural, whether you add some kind of plastic surgery, it's the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you helped me understand that, because I really did think that a lot of guys would be intimidated by, say, women who would have some kind of surgery, because let's just be real. A lot of got attitudes now. Like, it's like, okay, so I'm fine. What you want to hurt and say? Say something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if, like, the attitude that came with it, or maybe traditional and average women are like that too.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same. Whether she got plastic surgery or not, if her attitude fucked up, it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she opened the conversation, it shouldn't matter if her body done. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of dudes is intimidated, because I was in Walmart last night and the girl came in with like one of them burnt orange kind of wigs, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was talking crazy shit behind her, like, man, this girl expensive right here. I can't even fuck with her. I'm like, dog, how you know she didn't get that shit off AliExpress somewhere or something cheap? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't know that. But niggas do be intimidated.
Well, there we have it, from a man that's confident that, hey, either way it goes, it's a woman. He gonna holler.
Either way, if you get shot down, it is all what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing with people in relationships is they feel like rejection always mean like you ugly or something. She could probably be in a relationship where a nigga really beating her ass. You like, look here, boy, you don't want no parts of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the dude take the rejection like, oh, she tried me. She think I'm broke.
Right.
And it could be something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
You absolutely right. A lot of people do act like, because they ask for your number, they want to holler. Like, you gotta holler. Like, you don't know what my situation is.
Never know.
Do I look single?
Never know.
Well, even if I do, you know what I'm saying? I might not have no room on the roster for you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You can't employ that many people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, definitely. So anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in every Tuesday. And today we have a great show for you, because we already told you about that new with the documentary. So if you haven't watched it, go ahead on demand and watch it, and, let me know how you feel about it, because that's all I'm going to say. And we also going to see what Eric Bennett got going on Instagram. He talking to the rappers, and I like talking to rappers too. So we finna see what's going on, and we are going to just put this to the rest. I just want to know who really is the best. Is it MJ or is it LeBron? Because I'm pro both of them. I don't like to choose. I like two at a time. I mean, is that bad? I mean, not like that, but I don't want to choose. But we gonna get to the bottom of that on Big Booty Problems. So make sure you all tune in and leave a review. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear about Mr. Eric Bennett in the Instagram world with what he said?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So, and I quote, because I had to go to the gram and I had to see what EB had going on, and he said, rap artists, if all you rap about is killing black people, degrading black women, abusing drugs, materialization, living a low life, you are not an artist. You are a black face for white supremacy. You are being used to help destroy your own people. What you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what he's saying, it has validation, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you got to look at it from both aspects. Because we got rock and roll music too, and rock and roll music be talking about fucking up white people too. So what are they? Are they working for black supremacy?
I could get that point.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that point. I mean, but I do have a question. As black people, should we be concerned if white people are self-sabotaging? Should we take that into our own thing, or even if that's how we feel about rock and roll? Because rock and roll, it became a Anglo thing, but that really started off being black. You feel me? You see how I'm even brainwashed that I even said that. But if that is true, if they're destroying their community, should we try to be different?
I don't. It's like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Cause what you think about Eminem talking about suicide and he want to rape his wife and you know what I'm saying? Like he's talking to somebody and somebody probably really did that shit listening to him. You know what I'm saying? So it happens throughout all genres. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might go and listen to some Punjabi Indian music. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talking about whipping his wife with a stick. Is he helping black supremacy? You know what I'm saying? It's real life. You know what I'm saying? Every race goes through their own problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know, man. I don't know, cause it's like even in the continent of Africa, right? You got black people running from black people over there, right? And they don't really listen to rap. So what? That's white supremacy too?
Yeah, because a lot of time they running from the black people who are working for the man. You know, it almost was probably like back in the day. You know, it really is a term called slave catcher.
Right.
And the slave catcher a lot of times was your black person. You thinking you're cool. You telling him, I'm about to hit this Underground Railroad at 10.
We call them rats now.
Yeah, we call them rats now. You know what I'm saying? So
it makes sense. It makes sense. I can see it from both sides.
I mean, even when it comes to that, a rat normally be working for the police. So what is that?
Word. That's why I say it's a double-edged sword. Like it makes sense, but then again, you can combat it too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, the key word for me in that statement that Eric Bennett said was that if all you rap about all. So
okay, yeah. So you got other bodies of work, then you can kind of
right. And that's one thing I do feel about a lot of time when it comes to the more commercial music or the things you hear the most, if you don't buy a rapper's full mixtape or project, you going to miss out on the other things. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like I do believe that when it comes to the commercialized songs, I would agree. But that's why we would need to listen to the full project, because people have things on there that
really
may not make it to the radio.
Ain't no real projects no more. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas out here only getting single deals. And then they 360 in them off the single deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll get an EP from one of these artists and it'll be the same shit the first 5 songs, because they probably pushing them songs for 3 to 6 month, you know what I'm saying, little time periods, you know what I'm saying? So when you listen to one of these little Atlanta artists or anybody that's popping right now, everything gonna sound damn near the same, you know what I'm saying? Because they be trying to find that one single, and if it ain't catching, then they put everything together, you know what I'm saying? So it be damn near to turn up every song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like back when we were shorties, you had a real body of work. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear a Puffy album or something, niggas is really talking about something from the beginning to the end. Now it's really bullshit, really. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but even if you look at it like, you know, most people I know, you know, when I promote some guys, they at least have at least 6 or 7 songs on their Spotify playlist, you know, on Apple. You know, so everybody don't just, you know, put out 2 or 3. So if it's 6 or 7 songs, you should at least have something that's showing who you are. Not so much, like you say, the same thing and sounding like the same person. So, but I can agree. I mean, I wonder what's the thing with the deals. Like, I mean, what if it's like a job now? The benefits. And the benefit is because your ass got that up front. You know what I'm trying to say? That payday. So what if that's something where it's like, it's another way of just disguising the same package on a job, and now you on a 30-year retirement plan if you look, you know what I'm saying? Or not even that long, but what if it's kind of equates to that?
That's pretty much. When you sign a bad deal, you know what I'm saying? And say, for instance, a nigga done signed a deal for 8 albums, $250,000. You know what I'm saying? If you break that down numerically, like, you only got X amount of dollars per album. And that's not even adding features. That's not adding no beats, no touring, no merch. You know what I'm saying? You in a fucked up situation. Right. And then when you use all your advance, now you really fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how you gonna cover for 8 albums out your own pocket?
Right. And
if they give you $250K, they expect at least 500 or a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Or $750,000 back in return. You know what I'm saying? You got to double or triple, you know what I'm saying, what they gave you.
Yeah.
So
it just sounds like a situation where they know people hungry, and not only hungry for the music, it's their passion, but they hungry to put food on the table and to make something happen that they mom. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, parents and family, like, okay, well, you've been doing this for a while, and I can't lie. I think that people just put more respect on being on a major label. Like, we really need to be a little more open-minded and just put respect on the person's craft. You feel me? Why does a person have to? But see, also being major, I think it's all them connections. You fuck around doing features with people who popping and you don't even like them. That's how I think about stuff. Like, you don't like them at all, but because you own this label and you can get the feature and you know they popping, so you gon'.
And then a lot of that shit turns into knowledge, like, and financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who just want to be a part of shit. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, Gotti signed a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a little 3-album deal worth $200,000. You know what I'm saying? These little niggas trying to compete with Gotti and Black Youngster, they gonna overdo their budget and go out here and get a Wraith or something. Now you ain't got no budget. Now you just own the label and you owe them. You know what I'm saying?
And you owe them.
So it's almost like you got to be smart with it. You can't just be out here doing dumb shit because then you're gonna be in the negatives. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about you. What do you think is the most difficult part of being, you know, a artist, especially here in Miami? Because we like to talk about problems.
Yeah.
And we ain't talk about my big booty problems, so we talk about the issues of just being in Miami and being independent.
I think the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying, being a true hip-hop artist in Miami is that this is not really what it's built off, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had early like chemistry back in the days, like in the 80s. It was real hip-hop, but once that Miami bass took over, it's like that's the only thing they expect from a Miami artist. You know what I'm saying? That's why the correlation between New Orleans and Miami is so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cash Money was big down here because they had like that sound, like that shit to make you shake your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you come in here, you trying to spit some da-da-da-da, they don't really have an ear for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really going.
But I feel like what's crazy, I actually feel like they bring artists out here with that sound. They just be on South Beach. Like, because Travis Scott is huge, and he always on South Beach, and obviously he must sell out if they keep on have you.
That's
at
a fact.
Thing. So it's like...
Where the bag at?
Right.
Bag ain't at the Lex. Bag ain't at Coco's.
Yeah.
Bag on the beach. That's why
bag
niggas don't
fuck
with the city.
And then we don't. And then a lot of us who from the city, we don't want to go to the beach.
Exactly.
But if the bag on the beach...
Exactly. Niggas got warrants. Niggas don't want to drive on no bad tag over there because they already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Know what time it is.
Then they call the artist pussy for not coming over this way. But nigga, it's you. Your shit fucked up. Why you don't go over there and fuck with them? That's where the money at. You know what I'm saying?
Because people feel safe over there. People, it's a safety kind of thing. And I get it, you know, but people feel more safe on South Beach. I mean, I don't know why, because it ain't like shit don't go down on South Beach. But, you know.
Where you think the biggest coke dealers at? Them niggas... Come on, bro. You feel me?
Right.
Real mobsters is on Collins. It ain't niggas who in the city in the sub.
Right.
It's real niggas out here like on the beach.
On the no.
Them niggas who came and got Denzel on training day, where they at? They in Miami Gardens? No. You feel me?
I agree, and I think that's like that in every city.
Right.
Manhattan, like same thing. They probably not even. They probably right there.
Exactly.
World Trade, we here. We ain't. You ain't gotta go.
Yeah, niggas watch Power. They see when the Jimenez come around there and all that. You feel me? It ain't always the black person that's the real gangster.
Man,
it's people on top. You know what I'm saying?
The Chinese, the real gangster. Miss Miami said it. I'm sorry, cause who Chinatown is the shit. I can't wait to get back to New York and give me some shit, cause the Chinese is running every motherfucking thing. Could you be my god? Daddy and mamas, and you know, I look a little, no I don't, but you see what I'm trying to say. Y'all holla at Miss Miami. I'm trying to be a brand.
That's a fact.
But nah, Chinese running shit,
China,
and they is the monsters.
China's doing a lot in Africa right now too. Do your homework on that, and next week you can talk about that with another guest.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
And I heard China doing a lot in the Bahamas right now.
Oh, yeah. They done sold up the cup game. They done took all of it.
The Bahamians, but not to even own the Bahamas. Well, they don't run it because the British. But I'm telling you, I heard that the Koreans really doing their thing.
Yeah, they took over the conch industry. They done took everything.
And we should have knew it was going to be something, because I'm not going to lie. Before Donald Trump got elected, you know, I used to live in Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? They got the Trump towers out there. When Donald Trump come through, that thing was full of Koreans. You hear me? I didn't know it was that many. You know what I'm saying? Of that nationality. Like, so we living in the world. We need to read some things. You feel me?
That's a fact.
So let us know what project you working on. You got any new single? You got anything out there on digital outlets?
Right now, I'm just cooking up off of my last project that I released, you know what I'm saying, Wave Theory, and I didn't release it on any digital platforms, you know what I'm saying, because I was actually doing it the old school way. I was out the trunk with it like Master P, you know what I'm saying. I just tried to see how much real pull I had in the streets, you know what I'm saying, and I was able to make a little under 3,000 out my own trunk, you know what I'm saying, so I felt real good about it. But this next project I'm gonna put together, I'm gonna definitely do the whole digital marketing campaign. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep up with the times. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking to myself, like, rest in peace X, but I never seen him in the streets. I never seen Lil Pump nowhere with no flyers up and down 119 to 79, because that's dead now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could post up a single cover and it be in China.
Right.
Why is you worried about putting some shit up underneath
on the streets?
the shit on 54th? You know what I'm saying?
You're right. But see, that still has its purpose too, because I mean, the purpose is not as big as the digital outlets, but the one thing about it is your city should at least get behind you too. You know what I'm trying to say? You know Miami ain't on that. You know that. So well, then we might need to re-strategize putting stuff on the streets. Because I know people right now in Atlanta. I mean, he got a street team, and that's still big. A street team is big. Like, they hit the streets, and people just support. It's that culture there. I mean, it seemed like it worked down here when it comes to, you know, buying some Brazilian lace fronts, because I get the flyers all the time, and we really be buying it. So,
Word.
But I don't know if it's really like that when it comes to music. And
I mean, I think it can be, you know what I'm saying, but it's just a lot that come with it, because, you know, everybody has that alpha male kind of, I'm the nigga, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? So I think stuff just get lost in the translation with that, you know what I'm saying? I think South Florida is like at the pinnacle right now, because everybody knew what's coming out from down here, you know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of talent down here. It's just the fact that, I don't know, we just gotta,
it's a lot of talent down here. It's a lot of talent down here. It's a lot of potential. But sometimes it's not just only with talent sometimes. But sometimes I do be feeling like in this industry and the Miami culture, because, you know, we have a culture, we could be a little too cocky. Like, okay, simmer down. You know, you fine. You know how to rap. Your shit sound good. But the reality is you ain't sell no records. Right. So you can't do the show for Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? You might have to, and I'm not saying you got to go to the strip club, but the purpose of working on the strip club performances is to perfect your presence. Cause I've seen people performing at the strip club, and I'm like, rapping can't be your passion. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta know you're gonna do shows. So a lot of time, I don't think rappers or some people in the industry really understand that. Look, some things are experience, and even coming on things like this is experience. You got to know how to talk to me before you get to Charlamagne the God.
Right, facts. It's the knowledge part. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, we just jump to the next thing. Like, we just out here like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Lil Wayne was big in that freestyle market, everybody wanted to be a freestyle rapper, like, because Wayne was hot with it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand this man has $1 million something dollar of, not $1 million, but millions of fans already. So when he drops something, it's gonna be in high demand. When you do that, you just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not working no album. You know what I'm saying? You is not in demand. So why is you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you snapping, but who's buying it? You know what I'm saying?
I be thinking a lot of these dudes, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I like the fact that we have more females rapping now. I do. And I ain't gonna lie, if some of these dudes were smart, they would write something and give it to a female who got a movement, and women buy. If women men have buying power, but women, they click up and they want to support somebody that they like. So women shit might actually get bought out here. You know what I'm saying? A woman could probably come in the game and she not even a year, she getting already selling, and you know, a dude could have been doing this for years, and it's like it's a difficult time. Yeah.
And I got a I don't know if we friends on Facebook, but I got a real big female following.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real big female following, because, you know, women are the biggest consumers. They the ones with the jobs. Niggas ain't got no jobs for real. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my most difficult task. I wish I had more women followers, man. I got the men on lock. You hear me?
But it's always like that. It's different genders.
I just wish I had more female supporters, not only just for the... That's actually why I ain't got no merch. I mean, it might seem whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm cooking up some things myself, but that's one main reason I ain't got no merch, because
you already know the hate gonna come with it. You already know.
All right, you feel me? I know it will, but you don't need to hate on Miss Miami. You know what I'm saying? We could see what's going on. So we about to play one of your other songs, because I heard this Black Power, and I'm really fucking with it, and I know my people gonna fuck with it. Make sure, like I say, y'all send me some comments and reviews. Send it to my email, my DM, my contact. You know how to find me at Miss Miami TV. So we gonna listen to your Black Power, and when we come back, I want you to let us know what was really on the your mind when y'all made this. Were you with your Tsunami Jones on this?
No. This is solo. This is solo.
Oh, this all solo.
Yeah, this solo. Yeah.
Okay, this is all solo. So we gonna take a listen to the song and then we gonna see what it popping.
The whites cut out. They flee to the suburbs. And the community that you thought you were integrating soon becomes another all-black slum. Another all-black ghetto.
We gon' take the block back cause it ain't ours. Invest in small business to create power. They fear our unity, they don't want the problems. Black coats, black cars, black semi-autos. The country moves forward through the black dollar. We the biggest consumers, we come from everybody. How we benefit from Middle East corner stores, Latin gas stations, and them Chinese hair salons. Man, this shit got me tight. How they setting up shop, pushing us out of their sight. We the ones that been here for 100 years of our life. Man, we built this whole country and we wasn't paid money. Got these black politicians scratching and itching. Middle finger to the ghetto, it ain't helping their image. First they get elected, then they start switching addendums. Watch for them black faces with them hidden agendas. You heard? Black power. Nat Turner, that's black power. Martin Luther King, that's black power. Malcolm X, nigga, that's black power. Fred Hampton, that's black power. Angela Davis, boy, that's black power. Fannie Lou Hamer, boy, that's black power. Put your fists in the air and scream black power. If we wanna move forward, gotta learn business. Cause the wealthy ain't praying for no damn forgiveness. They hop up out their bed and they go and get it. No time for miracles from man-made religions. They don't teach us economics for a reason. Duke. Inner city kids ride a dribble pass, run and shoot. Throw him a contract, he got a whole fucking block to move. His whole salary gone before the start of damn year 2. What a man to do when he lack knowledge. Taking out loans just to keep his car polished. Late payments got that boy credit score dropping. He don't care cause them young hoes think he popping. Welcome to the mind of a young black man. Raised in the jungle, we don't understand C-SPAN. Birthed by the ghetto and fed by foreigners. Running with murderers, white man controlling us. Yeah, supply and demand. Hit the block with a product, then you sell it again. Triple up on production, now they feeling you, man. Drop back on production, now you got your demand. The banks handing out loans to all foreign business. Refs won't give us a yard or 4 for inches. They giving tax breaks and we can't even catch one. I'm crossing over in the lane, banking on the air one. Yeah, black power. Muhammad Ali, that's black power. Dominique Dawes, that's black power. Simone Biles, nigga, that's black power. Money Mayweather, that's black power. Michael Jordan, nigga, that's black power. Bron, homie, that's black power. Put your fists in the air and scream black power. Taraji P. Henson, boy, that's black power. Dave Chappelle, that's black power. Sean Puffy Combs, that's black power. S. Dot Carter, boy, that's black power. Came a long way from them slave ships. Gotta learn money and the right way to pace it. Unite and educate, that's the right way to make it. We set our own rules and we document the pages. Yeah, that's black power. Rick Ross, that's black power. Lil Wayne, that's black power. Beyonce, nigga, that's black power. J. Cole, that's black power. K. Dot, that's black power. Ice Cube, that's black power. Sarnetta, nigga, that's black power. Brother Larry, that's black power. Brother Polite, that's black power. Sarah Supersetti, that's black power. Colin Cap, nigga, that's black power.
Sheesh. Well, you be snapping, boy.
Yeah. You know how to give them a little message and a little food.
I see. See, that was what Eric Bennett would talk about. You ain't all you rap about. That ain't all you rap about.
Yeah, you got to give it to them from different angles, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, what was your mindset, or how did you write this song, or what made you want to put something like this
I'm going to
together?
give you the whole writing process. You know what I'm saying? What was the last hurricane we just had?
Oh, yeah, I forgot the name, but yeah, I remember.
Exactly. So at that time, it was no power, you know what I'm saying? And it was black with no power, so I just wrote black power, you know what I'm saying? I was in the time where I was like,
no.
Yeah, that's what came to me. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I should do a real politically conscious song right now in this time. You know what I'm saying? I was hot. Wasn't no AC, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like all the struggles we go through, so I just penned it, you know what I'm saying, during that time. last September, I think that was. Yeah, like last September. It was pretty dope though how I came up with it.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely feeling that. I mean, after Black Panther done came out, I wish that you would have pitched that to Black Panther, boy.
Man, I was pitching it all throughout Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we know how the game go. It gets political. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, but you know, I mean, it's not
still
too
new.
late. It's definitely new. But to be honest, one thing I've also learned. That's why one thing I've learned though, because I mean, I do my little twerk videos. That the twerk videos is just the surface of what Miss Miami does for artists, and not only play your music, but I was putting together a campaign for artists, and just really trying to. You already know how it go already, but a lot of artists don't be knowing that. You want to push your stuff big, you do have to start, like you say, 3 months in the head, because a lot of time these big blogs, especially music blogs who willing to expose artists, they want to be the first one to play some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And so, don't just drop your songs, artists, and drop your video and then pitch it to people sometime. Try to get your media kit together and pitch it to some blogs and some people before the release date. Because people sometimes, like Miss Miami, I would love to be the first one to have yours, but y'all help put me on even further. But a lot of times people want to be the first to have it. And no, but have you ever thought about or have you tried to get your music played on independent shows or movies and all that?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I'm in a movie right now called The Takeover. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah. I've been doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot, but like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Miami lacks a music business, you know what I'm saying? There's nowhere like this platform here where you could come and just get game from PRs and telling you what you need to do, this, that, and the third. Because we're taught it's a fast era right now. Just like how we was talking about. Niggas is not servicing their songs. They'll drop some hot shit and be on to the next thing. Little do you know what I'm saying? It took Cardi B like half a year to really pop Bodak Yellow, you know what I'm saying? But they think if she just dropped it 2 nights ago and it just popped.
And it popped,
She was working it, you know what I'm saying? Like I got tons of music, you know what I'm saying, that I haven't really worked. I just drop it, okay, I'm on to the next project, on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the knowledge part. Like you just learn by trial and error.
Yeah, definitely a knowledge and definitely a strategy. And one thing I think I learned too, being a creative, I also think that we live in an era where what you're saying is right. A lot of artists don't have good information from PRs that they could that they could get. But I think that some people want to see that you did a little bit of work. Like, even if you don't have it all right, that, you know what I'm saying? People want to feel like, nah, I know that you ain't thinking this off your head. I know that, like, the average person is not going to plan 3 months to release their stuff. So I do be thinking when people see you did a little bit of groundwork on your own, because good information is not free. And sometimes y'all going to have to pay and take some of those music courses that you see people advertising on Instagram and YouTube. Those are sometimes regular. You may have never heard of them. Especially sometimes it's a lot of white people. You may have never heard of them, but they actually make money off of music. So I know when I learned about podcasting, it's free classes too, and they'll just tell you, it's just a lot of game out here, and it may be tedious ways to find it, but
I mean, we just tend to look over stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, example, when they have these like women empowerment panels. A lot of women don't go to them, and they be looking for help. I need an outlet to do this. I got my hair going on. Well, why you didn't go to the women empowerment thing? You know what I'm saying? There was tons of women that are trying to do the same thing you doing. I'm shy. I don't like to talk. Okay, well, that's why you gonna stay right there.
That's why you gonna stay right there.
And it be like that with the artists too. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of artists, like we said, they cocky, arrogant. They feel like, nah, I'm the nigga. Well, I need to go talk to them for. They need to talk to me.
Right.
Come on,
you
bro.
better pitch your stuff. Now look, let me tell you. Now, and a lot of artists don't also know, I'm gonna give you some game. It's not even just about your music. It's about your movement. Your movement have to match your music. So it's like artists be thinking, yeah, I'm fine, but it's like, okay, well, when people look at you on social media, are they intrigued? Do they think that you're interested? Do they think you fun? Like, what is it? What about your movement is it ain't moving because you ain't really got a movement. So, it's different ways.
when younger artists than myself come in, you know what I'm saying, they ask me stuff because they look at me like I'm the OG, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not popping just yet, but I got a lot of game, you know what I'm saying. I ask them, I'll be like, okay, so what's gonna make a consumer really want to get out the bed and look like you know what I'm saying? Like Nicki Minaj got the barbs, you know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber had, I forgot the name of his little clan. Beyonce got the beehive, you know what I'm saying? What's gonna make somebody get out the bed and want to look like you? If you doing everything the Migos doing, you helping they cause. They not trying to look like you know what I'm saying? Like, they try to look like Migos. So what are you doing individually that's gonna make people be like, yo, I really want to look like this nigga Lamborghini, this nigga be snapping, this nigga, he be dressing, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you have a great social media presence. I mean, and when I look at artists, what I think is difficult. So when I see an artist like, or a person like you that has it together, I think finding your image and portraying the image on social media is difficult. People think maybe I'm slow or something, but I think having the image you want to be as a rapper and showing it is a bit difficult. And that's why it's like you look at some people's page, you don't even know they rap. Or they page on private. Or it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, how could you be a rapper and you trying to live in the public, but you got a private profile?
Nobody is going to send you a message.
In a way, it works if you're trying to build your social media because they got to follow you to see you. You know what I'm saying? So then it's a number game. But then again, if you're an artist, they should want to follow you just genuinely. You ain't got to be playing the private profile page game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
but no, I'm definitely feeling Black Power, and how I feel, really, especially since Black Panther done came on, I feel like we have empowering movies for Black people, and then we have social media, and then it's like it's an oxymoron because people could go to a movie and then feel so empowered, and then get on social media and talk about degrading Black women and abusing drugs or idolize material things, and it's still like, how do you think that we get like that? How do you think, like, for a moment we could be so serious for an hour and a half just to watch a movie and inspired, and then as soon as it's over we go back to all the stuff?
It's confusion is what it is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us African Americans, we just be confused, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really don't see the political games that's happening in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I don't think they should have named the movie Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Because now you directly confusing people over history with the real Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Black Panthers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they did that on purpose. So over the next 20, 30 years, you be like, Black Panther, you talking about T'Challa, right?
Exactly. And I feel like they do that to dilute the message of the original Black Panthers and what it was really about. And when you ask the younger generation, not only would they not know them, people will really be like, ain't they, weren't they a gang? It's like, so you done bought into exactly what, you know what I'm saying? But as consumers, would you say we allow ourselves to constantly be tried like that?
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, I said that in Black Power. I say, watch for them black faces with them hidden agendas. You know what I'm saying? Like we just said, slave catchers. You got somebody always wingmanning with them. You know what I'm saying?
Eric Bennett said you a black face for white supremacy. So it's looking like his statement is more and more accurate. You know, it's seeming more and more accurate. And again, I do feel like, I know it's always about the money and, feeding ourselves, but it's like, in what way are we never going to see our self-sabotaging ways and stop it? Because we can't say it's entertainment, because we could look at the younger generation now and see just how it affected it. Yeah.
We get played off of that stuff, and it goes even to R&B music. You know what I'm saying? I got to get on y'all ass now with women. You know what I'm saying? Because of what y'all listen to. You may be going through a situation with your dude, and then you directly relate to K. Michelle, Mary J. Blige. Now you constantly in that cycle.
Right.
You listening to this shit, you pumping it through your psyche every day.
Right.
So when we trying to understand why you mad, it's because of what you doing to yourself. You conditioning yourself.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
You right. Well, look, I'm not your average female, because I like trap music, even though that's not too good, because I could be a little too harsh. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree. And when I do listen to R&B, I do like the old school music, because I feel like back then, they was talking about sex, but they had a lot of love songs. You had sex songs and you had love songs. Nowadays, you have R&B music that sound like a love song, but it's a sex song. It's like they make it sound so good. Them talking about they cheating on you.
Yeah.
In R&B.
Yeah.
And you fucking around and singing how your man cheating on you, and it's like you love to.
And you pushing it out. You don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
And you got all that energy.
Yeah.
And if everything is energy, like you say, and if we as women, we listening to this stuff and this energy, aren't we allowing that cheating energy to come into our life, and that
most definitely
niggas ain't shit energy coming into our life?
You always can tell which line, you know what I'm saying, resonates with the crowd the most by what they say the loudest in the club. You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
You know what I'm saying? They play that shit. I don't fight. I don't argue. I just hit that bitch with a bottle.
Hey.
They going ham. You know what I'm saying? And
before you know it, they got a charge.
Before you know it, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot that go into that shit. Like, I'm a spiritual person, so I believe in like frequencies and vibes and all that shit. And it's like certain beats you hear, it just make you want to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga put that Jeezy on. Jeezy the Snowman. I'll make it wintertime.
I put on that little John the other day. Boy,
I
I was head busting. Boy,
I'm telling you, it'll just work on your brain and you don't even know what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
Niggas start throwing bottles in the club. You like, where this come from? You know what I'm
what's
saying?
wrong, bro?
They were just playing boot up. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all niggas really fighting in here.
No, you right. Music, I guess that's why they used to say, what's some of the church saying? They like the devil is in the choir, or they be like Satan was the master of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? And that's why it's just so good to our ears. But no, I do agree. I do think that I'm not gonna lie, when I also listen to other songs by non-black people, you do have music that's violent, but it's not as violent as it's not like black people songs. The men don't talk about the women like they do. They don't talk about now. It's just not as violent. It still seems like that there's boundaries within their music, but within our music, especially within rap, it's like it's no boundaries. Like everything off limit. You could body shame people. You could talk about illnesses. You could talk about death. You could wish bad on people, and it's like, why do we continue to like do that? And especially if a person know the history of rapping or the history of ranking or doing the dozens, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you know the history, they put all this stuff out here right now. The white people don't have to treat us no kind of way because we're treating ourselves. I do it. Mm-hmm. It's like we the face now. We done took off with it, and I feel like damn white people probably like, we ain't know it was gonna get like that.
Mm-hmm. It's just that bravado, you know. Everybody want that gangster bravado, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, man. You just cater to when you got that respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, just look at the effect Paid in Full had on, you know what I'm saying, teenagers at that time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be Money Mitch. Even to this day, niggas want to be Money Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, man, if we as black people look at things a bit different, like if we look at things like it's room at the top for more than one person. Like, we're going to get into who's the best between MJ and Jordan. I mean, LeBron and Jordan. But I don't even really like conversations like that because it insinuates that it's only room at the top for one person. When no, it's lonely at the top when you the one person. And I just feel like black men do have egos. They do like ego stroke. But at the same time, so does your brother. And if you could understand I got an ego, so do my partner, because he a king too, and we together, I feel like it'll be a bigger, a stronger movement. Yeah. And I even feel like women like that too. If women was to be like, yeah, I'm strong, I do whatever I want, they wouldn't necessarily be so busy trying to find the weaknesses in other women to where it's like, nah, sis, you ain't even got to be strong like that. You ain't got to be strong like that because you strong in your way and you know I got this. Mm-hmm. But everybody want to be in their own, like, oh, this me. Mm-hmm. So, like I say, either or. Who you got? Who you banking on? Jordan or LeBron Bron?
Two different players, two different eras. They both kings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There'll never be the you can't replicate the first. No matter what you say, ain't nobody ever gonna be Jordan because he was the first to do it. You know what I'm saying? He was the first with the shoe deals, the first a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't. It's a lot to saying you're gonna be better than Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
So what makes since you say that, what makes, when it comes to this argument, what are we considering when it comes to who is the greatest athlete from LeBron and
MJ?
Yeah. So
I
is
feel
it just
like
sports or is it more?
it has to be more. It has to be everything. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Jordan was the man, but he had so much stuff outside going on. You know, you had the Space Jam movie. You know what I'm saying? You had the shoes. You was the first really to crack with them Nike deals like that. This is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really can't compare the two.
I feel like people like to say it's not about who did it first. It's about who did it best. And just like Jordan, I'm not going to take away from him. Like, you're right. He did his thing, and you know, but at the same time, Jordan got a lot of good things going on. He got a lot of conspiracies. You know what I'm saying? Because the women ain't never forgave Jordan for leaving his first wife. You know what I'm saying? Because we always was like, oh, black love. But LeBron, and he been with his woman for a long time. Being together when you're young is no easier for nobody. So then you got LeBron, who don't got no conspiracies like that yet. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not.
If they do, they gonna make some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Just to have something to hang over his head. I feel like, you know, due to the fact that LeBron never really been injured, they're gonna come at him with some steroid shit, trying to fuck him up like Marion Jones them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like.
Right.
Because it's like, personally, I don't feel, you know what I'm saying, how niggas want to see Steph Curry win all the time. This nigga's privileged. He's Richie Rich. His daddy NBA All-Star. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron come from nothing. He ain't got no old boy, you know what I'm saying, raised by his mama. They out the projects, you know what I'm saying, to this. And he's a fully functional father that started a school that's considered one of the best ever. And you want Curry to be on top of him? Like, what is that? Like, we usually go for the underdog, but y'all go for the overdog in basketball now, just to see LeBron be on the back burner.
Just to not give this man his props. And it's like, people ridiculous. Always wonder why people got here. People are in a position and where they're supposed to be for a reason. And it's like, even just to see his heart, because he could have came up like, man, I ain't come from nothing. I ain't sharing with nobody. I ain't doing nothing.
Right, he optimistic.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's very optimistic.
He was very, just being a giver and being thankful for your opportunities and giving back. I like it all.
The nigga do so much shit to the point where we start to feel what he's doing is regular. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Niggas score 46 points, 20 rebounds, 12 assists, and they be like, LeBron had an okay night. What?
I think Jordan was the first one. I wonder, but if I'm wrong, y'all forgive me, because you know I don't be watching ESPN like you all do, okay? But I forgot who was the first athlete that really let it be known, like, you know what, it's my fault. I made it look easy. You feel me? I made all this winning look easy. I made it look like whatever. And I think that it's one of those statements, because as I look at the facts, when it comes to being the best, I do consider your character, you know, so he do get triple points with the marriage situation and staying with his long-term sweetheart and knowing that she's black and he ain't switch up now that he got in the industry. So character, what he do for us, you know, his social cause, building a school and giving people free tuition, you know what I'm saying? That's huge, because let's not talk about, we talk about going to college. That might be good, but that debt that come after it ain't good after you just wasted 4 years of not making no money.
Exactly.
I'm not saying wasted, but you just spent 4 years of making no money, but now you come out in a deficit. You know what I'm saying? So
and then you started from a deficit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time come from a black community. You starting from behind the 8 ball just to be even that much further behind.
Yes.
So,
but when you look at the stats, it's like LeBron has played more games, spent more minutes playing, made more points, more rebounds, more assists. But
he's just an overall better person. You know what I'm saying?
But the only thing is, MJ got more champions. So people act like he is the best just because of the championships.
Yeah. It's like if you got a sniper, you know what I'm saying? You banking on the sniper to hit the target, he hit it every time. But then you got another sniper who's decent, but he don't hit the target every time. So now who would you go with?
I mean, but when it come to numbers, you know what I'm saying? When it come to numbers, the numbers gonna be off when it come to you playing more games and you doing more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have more chances of and opportunities of losing a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Did you listen to my other episode? Because I wish I had a man in when I was talking about Mr. R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, and all this. And my bonus episode when I was talking about Mr. Bill Cosby. So make sure y'all tune in because I want to know how you feel about these men and, you know, they issues with either liking women and wanting to hold them hostage per se, or liking women that's too young. What you think about that? Or you think a man could do just whatever because he a man?
Nah, like that's a real touchy subject. Like, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when a dude talk to somebody that's much younger than him, it's got to be something wrong with him. Cause why girls his age don't want him? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is you 40 dealing with a 25-year-old? Is it a control factor?
Is it the women his age don't want him, or do he not want the women his age?
We don't know.
Cause boy, let me tell you,
we don't know.
I mean, I'm a little biased. Y'all know Miss Miami open-minded, but I'm not gonna lie. I do believe that if a woman is 18 years old, it's okay. And I actually hate to even say that because that's only here in America. The way women bodies are, we develop fast and we grow up as women wanting to be mothers and wives. Why do you think that we play doll? Do you have kids?
Yeah.
You have a daughter?
I have a son.
Oh, a son? Okay. Well, you know, even with little boys, I feel like boys know what ass is and titties, and they know what an attractive woman look like because I feel like they be looking at them. So are we really as young as we say we are?
I don't know. I have no idea. But, you know, that's the women, though. Women started that.
Oh.
You know, y'all do. If y'all have a little cute little child, stepchild, whatever, the first thing y'all say is, boy, when he get old, he going to be knocking him out. He going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And once he started to hear that, he started to believe it.
Well, it's y'all men who I'm going to get you that chain. You going to be wavy like your daddy. You know them girls, they like that. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's both.
But that's building. And honestly, it still builds. I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as we let them know that whatever, just their qualities on the inside matters just as much as the wavy and being a cutie and you know what I'm saying? Because we are growing up in the world where we want people who just look good. Forget being good for us. Forget their qualities. Forget their resume. Forget the people that they fucked over. Long as they fine and our type, that's the first thing I hear people say now. Well, if he ain't my type, then what I'm supposed to do? Okay, well, if he knocked out the last 3 of his females, what else are you supposed to do? It's like that don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I blame it on y'all men, and that's how we gonna end this on Big Booty Problems, okay? So we were with Lamborghini Law again. Shout out your social medias again so they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Mike Flosson. That's MikeFlyson, like Mike Tyson, but Mike Flosson, because I be on that fly shit. You can find me on Facebook, Lamborghini Law, LAMBORGHINI Law, LAW.
And y'all know where I'm at. Y'all can find these episodes also on my website at MissMiamiTV.com and my social medias at Miss Miami TV. Thank you for tuning in to Big Booty Problems.
Yeah.
Don't get shot over a tweet. Hey, we pull up on you in the newest Beamer. Got the rollie on with the low Adidas. Inside the coupe made a flying lemur. Chewing through the streets like a fucking beaver. Oh Lord, hey. How they gonna catch that man? Hey, how they gonna press that man? Hey, how they gonna stress that man? Hey, I be whipping through the chicken. Trying to count a million up with the bucks. Your main bitch wanna give me guts. Headshots to fuck your stomach up. You niggas be biting the wave. Tiptoeing all over the page. All of you niggas is lames.